Hi guys, welcome to this page of the notes. Again, let's try a couple more problems here where we're going to solve a system of equations using Cramer's rule. Again, please feel free to work ahead. Come on back and check to make sure that you get the same thing that we get. You should hopefully be getting comfortable enough with these that you feel confident trying them on your own. So good luck with that. Come on back, see how you do. I need a coefficient matrix. So C going to be equal to my coefficients. That's a 7 and a -5, a 3 and a -7. So 7, -5, 3, and a -7. I need to find the determinant of that coefficient matrix. It's a 2 by 2 matrix, so I just simply use the diagonals. 7 times a -7 is a -49. I'm going to subtract from that, careful, watch your signs, a -15. Add the opposite, and I wind up getting -34. Now that I have the determinant for my coefficient matrix, set up the x, set up the y, set up the ratios for the x and the y, and you're all set. Okay, again, remember the way it works. Because I am solving for x, I cannot use the x coefficients. I replace them with the constants that I was given, 37 and a -41. I keep the y coefficients and go ahead and calculate that 2 by 2 determinant. I wind up with -259 minus a -123. Careful, watch your signs. You'll have to add the opposite. That's all divided by a -34. Throw all that into your calculator. Don't fat finger something on your calculator, and I get a +4. Let's do the y. -34 goes on the bottom because that is the determinant of my coefficient matrix. That's always going to be my denominator. Let's replace the y values this time. So I'm going to keep the x values, the 7 and the -5. But now replace the y values with my constants. And -41. Find the determinant of that 2 by 2 matrix. I get -287 minus, careful, watch your signs, it's going to be a negative number, -185. Add the opposite, divide by a -34. Don't fat finger something on your calculator, and it should give you a 3. And so I wind up with a solution of 4,3. Got another one here for you. Try one more of these before we move on to something maybe a little trickier, like a 3 by 3 or a system of 3 equations. So here we go. Coefficient matrix. My coefficients are an 8, a 9, a -5, and a 7. Calculate the determinant. Well, let's see here. 8 times 7 is going to be 56. 9 times a -5 would be a -45. Careful, watch your signs. You'll have to add the opposite. So 56 plus 45. Actually wind up with a really big determinant. It's 101. But that's okay. 101. Made a great movie. Maybe it'll give us a good solution. Let's see what happens. I guess I don't really see any circumstance where 101 puppies would be a good thing, but Disney made it work. Maybe Cramer's rule will make it work too. All right. I'm solving for x. We need to replace the x coefficients. The 8 and the 9 get replaced with my constants, 70 and 3. Keep the y coefficients. Calculate your determinant. I multiply the 70 times 7. I wind up with 490. Minus 15. Oh, I'm sorry. Minus a negative 15. Careful. Watch your signs. That was almost bad. And then you divide by 101. Careful, don't fat finger something on your calculator, and look at that. Wind up with a value of 5. Hang on, that 5 looks a little weird. Let me fix it for you. There we go. That's maybe not even better. I can one more shot here. Let me give one more shot to give you guys a good 5. That looks like an S. I can't leave that. My solution is S. What? That's crazy. Here we go. Better. All right, I'll take that one. Y. Since I'm solving for y, I need to leave out the coefficients that go with y, so the minus 5 and the 7, replace them with the 70 and 3. But I keep the x's, so 8 and 9, the coefficients in front of the x, the 8 and the 9, and replace the y coefficients with my constant, 70 and 3. Again, it's a 2 by 2 square matrix. 8 times 3 is 24. I'm going to subtract from that 70 times 9, which is 630. That's all divided by 101. Don't fat finger something on your calculator, and hopefully it gives you an answer of minus 6. And so I wind up with a solution of 5 minus 6. Awesome. Guys, that takes care of all the problems I've got for you when it comes to solving systems of 2 equations using Cramer's rule. Head on over to the next page of the notes. What we'll do is talk about how Cramer's rule will also solve a system of 3 equations using essentially the exact same process. You'll recognize the same pattern. It's just going to be a little bigger because now our matrices are going to be 3 by 3 square matrices. Really excited to show you how this works. So head on over to the next page of the notes, and I'll meet you guys there.